Welcome to my ongoing series in the shoes of a blind person travelling about, exploring the world and being curious. Here I am at London Gatwick, navigating through the busy terrain. We had VIP treatment because of my health condition, my eye condition. So we basically hopped onto a buggy and they took us basically all the way up to our plane, which happens if you hang out with me. And yeah, this is the first time that I used my long cane at an airport and abroad. We travelled to Turkey, where my family are from, and there's essentially a lot of B-roll footage in this vlog, so you get a real sense through sound and vision of what it's like to be there. I had a lot of support from my partner and my dad. An arm is always handy as a blind person. I absolutely adore Turkey. I love the music, the culture, the food, the sunlight, and the immersory experience that you get just walking down a street. Everyone is so vocal, the streets are loud. It can get overwhelming, of course, but it was the right dose for me, even if at times it got maybe a bit too much to navigate. But I was only there for some amount of time, so I just made the most out of it. This is an amethyst crystal. It was huge. This was in Izmir, and if you know me, you know I'm into my crystals. I've never been to Izmir before. I did really like it. I actually took part in a family constellations event there, which was very interesting. And of course, here's some stray cats and dogs, I think. I'm not quite sure. Some very tall, beautiful trees. And some flowers. And we hired a car. The traffic in Turkey wasn't amazing, as you know if you've been to Turkey. We also rode a horse and carriage when we went to, I think it was Ephesus, which is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It was so beautiful, so magical. Here's some more stray puppies, and I'm audio describing for my blind friends who don't have much vision or any vision at all. I'm describing through what I can see. There's more dogs. If you know me, you know I love animals. And here I am staring out into the world, using my cane in another goddess temple. We went to quite a few. The reaction I got from using my cane was really positive, so I'm really grateful. I was really nervous to use it. Here's some more dogs in Didim, and they're all going crazy over Will. I think dogs know if a person loves animals. And I tried pickle juice for the first time, thanks to my friend Gozda in Kadiko. And we had coffee and tea, extra amounts in Turkey in our stay out there. I tried pomegranate juice for the first time. It was very strong. I picked olives from an olive tree for the first time.
They're black olives?
Yeah.
So can you get green olive trees?
I think green olives are just not ripe yet.
Oh, I love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
Evet.
Ben zeytini çok severim. Zeytin toplama. Evet.
There's
ilk
another
defa
thing you
yapıyorum.
should know about me. I'm obsessed with olives. And that was a really like grounding experience as well. Here's the olives I collected in my dad's friend's home in Didim.
You got it?
Are on dry. So this is the whole reason that this whole temple was erected, for water.
Come here this way.
Here I am navigating through another temple. Stairs and just the grounds aren't very, I don't know, blind friendly. It's just like old stone structures that I was navigating around, but I loved climbing and walking through these structures and places and just like placing my hand on them, just feeling into what would have been felt then hundreds, maybe thousands of years ago in these colosseums.
Look at this, look at this.
What's that?
Back. Look, it's beautiful. Look, it's a butterfly. And it's got flowers all over it. Love heart.
This is another terrain that we navigated. My dad gets worried about me going up things like this. I love just trying new things and exploring outside of my comfort zone and just challenging myself because it feels like I'm exercising my strength and resilience. So I know my dad just wants to protect me and keep me in a bubble, but it helps to just be let free and climb that mountain or climb that dangerous structure. For me, it just gives me this like ecstatic feeling when I've done something like that, like I've achieved something really big as a blind person that others may have thought that I couldn't do. And this is Alachata, the village of colour. This was a very expensive little town. Here's me walking up some steps with my long cane and my dad. I meet at the top and we put our arms in the air. The doors in these streets were so colourful. There was umbrellas, like multicoloured umbrellas upside down on ceilings. There was massive teddy bears, like really high up on buildings. It was really cute. Fortunately, we went at a time where it wasn't very busy, so like October, end of October time I think it was, or mid-October time. So it gave me the space to just walk around on my own as well and just experience it in a calm way. Whereas if we came a couple months before, the locals there were saying that it gets very busy to even like walk through. But yeah, it gave me a chance to just really take it in and touch things and look at things close up and enjoy in a calm way.
Then wave. Did you wave? Okay.
Here I am touching one of the doors. It's like got like blue spirally patterns and like carved into it, and pink bits as well, like flowers painted on. Yeah, really, really lovely. And here I am walking, and the kittens really loved the ball at the end of my cane. I loved that. That was so cute. They were just following me. They thought I was playing a game with them, so I did. I played with them for a little bit. The little stray kittens. So yeah, they're just like following the ball at the end of my long cane. And these kittens actually, like, they'd carved like a home for them. Like they scratched out like a little home for them in a doorway, or maybe someone else did that for them, I'm not sure. It looks quite intense, but very cute. And yeah, I really appreciated no one saying that I'm not blind or I can see, or which I've had abroad before, and that didn't happen in Turkey. There were people curious that came up to me and asked me, like, how much do I see? Or like, some people didn't know what the cane was, and someone thought I had MS. But yeah, there was lots of people being quite curious about it, which I prefer than people coming up to me saying, why do you have that? You don't need that. Which, like I've said before, has happened before. And in Alaçatı, there was this like tactile map. It was so fun and beautiful. It was like, how do I describe it? Like magnets on a big board that they'd like stuck on, and it's like a big art piece at the same time. So there was like fish and boats to represent where that part of the town was. There was all sorts. Yeah, it's really fun and a creative way of like implementing accessible features into a space. That map would appeal to children, to all sorts of creative beings, to blind people, to everyone. So it's like, it doesn't have to be burdensome and long and boring to add accessible features into a space, because you might find that the thing that you implement also appeals to a wider variety of people. So now we are in Doğanbey Köyü.
What silly places can I use my cane?
It was treacherous. It was very like a bit risky to navigate, but yeah, like I said before, one of the most beautiful places I've visited. Again, not very accessible steps to go up. I used my cane in all sorts of ways to detect potholes and weird like steps and different levels and things. And this is me and Will walking down. We got caught by the paps, it looks like. So we were just walking down one of the streets. It was like a little loop with some really beautiful stone structures. So yeah, we were just admiring like the different houses, the stone houses. Oh, here's an orange that Will picked. And this is a cat going up a tree, and me going in Turkish. Oh my god, how are you going to get down? Why are you going up there, kitty cat? And yeah, there's just some more pictures of the beautiful streets. I love walking down like old ruin feel, like a rustic village, like town things or places, because it makes me feel like grounded. All the modern structures we have nowadays makes me feel really like out of place and a bit disorientated, and like there's not really much character to them.
At this angle.
So yeah, just admiring it really with all these videos and pictures. As a blind person, I really like to like touch trees, especially, and stone, and anything that can ground me and give me some different kind of feedback that my eyes can't always distinguish, like what textures they are. But when you touch something, you can really feel and get a sense of like just more detail and feedback. Oh, there was a dog. I think this is like a Frenchie, and it was like high above somewhere, looking out. It was someone's dog. It wasn't a stray dog. It's very cute. It's like a black and white one.
See you later, mate.
More food, more luscious green trees and sunlight. And here is Gevremeyanköy, another colourful little town. In this town, someone had, like a local artist had like started painting on all the walls. This one says, so there's like poems on some of them. İnsan insana iyi gelmeli. Gelmeyecekse hiç gelmemeli. So that translates to people should be good for other people. If they're no good for other people, then they shouldn't come and be in their presence at all. That has more of a ring to it when I'm saying it in Turkish. Sometimes that rhythm gets lost in translation. If the paintings weren't here, we probably wouldn't have visited this town because it looks quite just bland and quiet, and it wouldn't have the colour it does without the artwork. This is another Turkish poem.
İyilik eden kendine.
Kötülük eden de kendine eder. Kaşıkla verip sapıyla göz çıkarmaz.
O ne demek? Kaşıyla verip.
Birisine kaşıkla mesela yemek verir de bunun sapıyla başkasının gözünü çıkarma diyor. İnsanlar çoğu göz çıkarıyor zaten, merak etme.
Güzelmiş.
It translates to, if you're good, you're good to yourself. If you're bad, if you're hurtful, you also hurt yourself. It's basically saying you could either use a spoon to give or to hurt, as just like an analogy. And here's a busker in Kadıköy. We sat and listened to him for a while, and there's a lot of B-roll of different places as this goes on. And the busker is sitting on some stone at the edge of where the ground meets the sea, and then there's boats behind us, ferries that go to the other side of Istanbul. Here's a beautiful statue in Didim. It's meant to resemble peace, where different people from different places are giving each other a gift. I think they're giving each other olives. And this sign in front of it reads, in front of the statue, and there's also an English translation, yay! So it translates to live like a tree, alone and free, like a forest in brotherhood. And that is by Nazim Hikmet Ran. To live like a tree, alone and free, like a forest in brotherhood. And this was a secret location we found in Didim. We'd come here quite often, put our feet in the sea and our bodies, and it was really nice because it's away from all the people, and I don't think many people knew about it. This is the sunset over this place. Really beautiful. Thank you for watching.